Live from Inverness, Florida, this is Andy with Florida Gun Supply, uniting this country in a mission to get armed, get trained, and carry daily. Our episode 28 starts right now. I don't own a gun shop. I lead a movement.
Andy Hallinan.
Andy Hallinan.
Andrew Hallinan, the owner of that Florida Gun Supply store.
It's not just about guns for us. It's about life and liberty.
The solution to violent crime is for good guys like you and I to unite, to get armed, get trained, and carry daily.
This guy's educated. He's an educated guy. He's speaking the truth. Took so much weight off my shoulders.
We're the kind of patriots you've always wanted to be. Join us. Welcome to another Monday night. It is 11/27, November 27th, 2017. I'm Andy Hallinan, the Commander-in-Chief at Florida Gun Supply, on a crusade to arm and train as many people as I have to make what happened in San Bernardino, California, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Orlando, or Texas never happen in Central Florida. You are part of a growing Second Amendment community across the United States, and if you're glad to be here, hit the thumbs up button right now. People like Ron Spencer, Renee Valdez, it's great to see you guys here, and we are so pumped to be here tonight. We've got an awesome show prepared for you tonight, including a lot of great surprises. Good to see you, Jacob Novotny, John Price, Spencer Zedek, and Leslie as well. Scott Reynolds from Denton, Texas. Great to see you guys. This is the best, the coolest, in my opinion, Second Amendment show out there, because we're not just sitting here talking at you. We're not just sitting here telling you a story and telling you our opinion. What we are doing is we are talking with you. This is a conversation that we are having across the United States right now with people like Brandon Sanders from Ocala, Sharina Brown from Inverness, Ken Melton from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, checking in, and Chad Burchett asking how Black Friday is. So guys, I am so pleased to be here with you tonight. I did have a funny intro video. I've got to show you it. I'm going to go back to the intro to show you. This is hilarious. Take a look. Awesome. The top comment on that was that it looks like he's not in control of that firearm at all. This is why women outlive men. If you find the humor in that, hit the thumbs up button right now. But we are glad you're here, because we are building a community all across this country, and it is strong. It is growing, and it is awesome to be part of something that is greater than ourselves. One of the things that we're seeing across the nation is an increase in violence, an increase in people that are taking matters into their own hands in an offensive way. And I feel like it's a big result of entitlement, an entitlement attitude throughout, from being raised as a youngin' to the biased media telling us, that we're entitled because people are taking things away from us and things of that nature. Take a look at what happens in Russia when you get kicked out of a nightclub. Take a look. A conflict occurred between a couple of people outside of a nightclub in Russia, and a group of people come back and start shooting. One person was intoxicated, provoked conflict with the visitors of the other nightclub. Here he comes in, and you see him taking a pop shot. I'm going to replay that again so you can take a look. This is what is happening, not just in Russia. This is also stuff that's happening here. You can see this argument happening, this conflict happening, and you know, you can see him come back in with a rifle and take a pop shot at the people that kicked him out. This is the entitlement that we're seeing across the United States, across the country. We are seeing an increase in violence because people are feeling that you owe them, that you and I, because we work hard and we, you know, do our best to do what's right, we somehow have taken something from them and we owe them. And that is just not the way that I feel. But we're seeing that come up in all sorts of areas in our lives. And that's one of the things that we want to do here at Florida Gun Supply and you at home to combat the entitlement mentality. I'm not entitled to anything except for what I earn. I hope that you believe that at home. But we see it all the time in road rage. Road rage. Everybody at home knows that that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I cannot stand road rage. Road rage is always avoidable. It is never acceptable. And it hurts people. Take a look at one of the craziest road rage incidents that I've ever seen.
Okay, we're stopping.
Are you kidding me? Let's play that again. Can you take a look at what's happening? You've got, right here, you've got motorcycle on the left-hand side. Take a look what he does with his foot. Take a look. Comes over here and he kicks at that car like he's going to make a difference, you know, like he's going to do anything to that car. John Price has a lot of idiots on the road. And Renee says, we were born with the right to protect ourselves, not the right to run away. We have the right to live and protect life. I agree 100%. So then the car attacks the motorcycle. So again, motorcycle first, kicks the car. Then the car comes over and attacks the motorcycle. Then the car goes out of control, slams up against the side and knocks over a truck. Knocks over a truck. We're going to play that in completion one more time. This is insane.
Okay, we're stopping.
Here's the deal, guys. This is what I feel about road rage, and I hope you agree at home. Lynette Ziegler says, I see it every day. John Bullock says, sorry I'm late. Hello, Andy. Jeff Hopton says, bumper cars. And Rawl says, on hot days, Miami is road rage city. I agree. If somebody has not collided with your vehicle, if you have not collided with their vehicle, who cares? What is the issue? Why are we attacking and starting things? We need to be not doing that at all. If they haven't hit your car and you haven't hit theirs, we need to be the bigger person. America's in trouble, guys. Everybody at home, America is in trouble, and you and I are the solution. Not only to just violent crime in America, but to making America a better, safer place to live. You and I are calling each other out to live a better example for everybody else. Brian Benton says, please don't dry fire your guns, be part of the liberal snowflakes being created. Brian, we're going to get to that in a second. Brian Sharp says, well, the biker survived. Yes, he certainly did, and he just took off and didn't stop at all. And Andrew Waldrop says, I'd like to know the full story. I'd like to see it. Christopher Manila says, it's terrible. I agree. It's absolutely awful. But on the other hand, most bikers are not like this guy. Most bikers are out there having rallies with each other, having good times with their families and their loved ones. Most bikers are people that you and I want to be around. Most bikers are the ones that are doing a lot of good in the community. Take a look at our 4th of July open carry motorcycle ride and hit the thumbs up if you support the Second Amendment all across the United States. I want to see the thumbs up right now because on the 4th of July, we came together and had the first ever open carry motorcycle ride in American history. And I want to show you and remind you. Take a look. The media wouldn't cover it. The so-called Second Amendment group Florida Carry refused to share it. Naysayers said don't do it. But on the 4th of July, we successfully ran the first ever open carry motorcycle ride in American history. We didn't have to shut down highways or use violence to get our message across. We used good old-fashioned unity, integrity, and patriotism to show the world we care about our country. This is all part of our Second Amendment movement designed to help inspire Americans to action. I'm Andy with Florida Gun Supply, and my message is to get armed, get trained, carry daily, and long live the Republic. Join us. You know, our first ever open carry motorcycle ride in American history was a huge success. And if you love that story, hit the thumbs up button right now all across social media, because we had a great time. We had over 50 motorcycles. It stretched a mile long, because people that are on motorcycles, they love freedom. You're on a motorcycle, you're feeling the wind in your hair, you're feeling a connection with the road, you're feeling adventurous, you're feeling on top of the world, you know, and we come together and we do great things and we have a great time. That's why our first ever open carry motorcycle ride in American history was such a success. Look forward to that again this year. But we have been invited to a very special event at Florida Gun Supply. We've been invited by the Hills Motorcycle Club. It is called the Hill of Spring Hill, Florida. It's their second annual poker run for the Florida Special Olympics in Hernando. Take a look at this flyer. If you are here locally, I want you to come up and pick up a flyer from Florida Gun Supply. We're going to be pushing and promoting this event very, very hard. And if you support somebody supporting the Special Olympics, hit the thumbs up button right now. It is very important that we come together and support local communities and local agencies like this. And we are a very special part of this motorcycle run. It is on December 16th. So those of you, Brian Sharp and everybody else that's around, make sure that you mark your calendars for December 16th. 2017. There's going to be a pancake breakfast from 8 to 10, and then it's a poker run. Florida Gun Supply is actually one of the stops on this poker run, and we're very excited about that we get to serve bikers. I'll be riding on the run, so I won't be able to, to be here, but we'll definitely have a great event that day, and all of the money goes to benefit the Florida Special Olympics Hernando chapter. Hit the thumbs up button if you support that cause. Registration begins at 8 o'clock in the morning. Carissa's going to be sending out the link a few times on both YouTube and on the Facebook page. Make sure you comment that quite a bit. Make sure that you guys, if you can't make it out to this event, if you don't have a motorcycle, hit the share button so that other people can know about it. But it's going to be a really great poker run on December 16th, and I want you guys there. They are also doing an AR-15 raffle. We volunteered to pay half the money on an AR-15. They're going to reimburse us for the other half of an AR-15, and they're only going to sell a limited amount of tickets. We'll be selling tickets here at Florida Gun Supply very shortly. But for those of you who don't know, this is a great charity, a great organization, and they run a very well-oiled machine at the Spring Hill, Florida chapter of the motorcycle club. So motorcycle group. I definitely want you guys to be part of that December 16th because motorcycles and the Second Amendment go hand in hand. We absolutely believe in being charitable and helping out other people. Take a look at this Good Samaritan story that puts a warm feeling in your heart for once.
Elmer Alvarez got a hero's welcome, but he had no idea he was about to get so much more.
How are you?
It all started with something real estate agent Roberta Hosky had lost. A check for more than $10,000 on this corner.
This is a very busy corner.
Elmer found the check, and his first thought?
Might as well just do the right thing and just look for the person and just return the check.
I'm trying to find this guy.
Roberta posted her meeting with Elmer on Facebook Live, giving him a small reward.
I thought, what a good Samaritan.
But she wanted to do more after finding this out about him.
He's out here homeless.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
Turns out the two strangers had something in common. Roberta had also been homeless, a teenage mother, and a high school dropout.
$417 a month, I'll never forget it, is all I had to take care of myself and my son.
But someone helped her turn her life around.
I've always prayed, God, if you bless me so that I could be a blessing to others.
This Thanksgiving week, Roberta surprised Elmer, getting him job training, but that wasn't all.
You don't have to worry about being in the cold. We have housing for you.
Keeping a promise to pay it forward, one Good Samaritan helping another. Rahima Ellis, NBC News, New Haven, Connecticut.
Absolutely a feel-good story. If you are excited that there are good people out there, people like you and I, people like you at home, Jeff Hopton, Rob, Lisa Taylor, Chad Burchett, Billy New, Brett McFarland, people that are leading their families into a better, safer America, hit the thumbs up if you are excited about being part of that, because I am here to talk to you tonight about something very special, something that has just come to us and occurred to us to do just in happenstance. Today, I was browsing Facebook this morning before I got out of bed, and I came across a picture of a vehicle. Let me show you the picture that I came across. I think it's this one here. Nope. The picture of the vehicle that I came across, eventually we'll find it here. It is this picture right here. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see. And the title of this picture was Ford Taurus, $500. And I click it and I start reading. I don't know how I came across it, but I start reading about it, and I see more pictures of the car. And I see, you know, there's a little bit of a dent on the front. You know, there's let me see if I can keep rolling through these pictures here. Here's the picture. The interior looks very nice. And this guy has had this car in his family. His kids have been driving it, and his family's been driving it for a long time. Now the AC clutch has gone out, and he's just like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to sell this on Facebook for $500. So I messaged him and I said this. I want to buy that car from you for $500 cash today. And what I want to do is I want to find a family locally here in Central Florida. I want to fix the AC clutch. I know Robert and people on our leadership team can fix that. And I want to bless a family here in Central Florida who needs a car. So I'm meeting with this guy tomorrow. I'm buying this Ford Taurus that I just happen to randomly see on Craigslist, and we're going to turn around and we're going to give that away to a person in Central Florida, a family in Central Florida that needs that car. I'm going to have Clarissa share the link. It's floridagunsupply.com/car. That's floridagunsupply.com/CAR. What I want you to do, if you know of somebody, I want you to let them know that we'll be giving away this Ford Taurus, but it does come with some requirements. Being a private business, we're allowed to say whatever we want to say about whatever rules we want. And the rule that I will be having about this particular car is that the winner of this car, they must be able to pass a drug test. Okay. The way I figure, I'm not going to be giving away a free car to somebody that is spending their money on drugs, and that's the reason that they cannot afford a car. So we are going to be looking for a family in need. And there's a two-step process to apply for this vehicle. Number one, you go to floridagunsupply.com/car. You fill out the form. What that form is going to do is send you an email that gives you a direct access line to Carissa and I and the Florida Gun Supply leadership team. And you need to hit the respond button to that email and tell us your story in essay form with why you are the perfect choice for this free car. You know, did you recently have your car break down and so you're potentially going to lose your job because you don't have a way to get to work and back? Do you have a situation where you've got a perfect job lined up? The only thing that you need is a reliable vehicle. Whatever the case may be, let us know your entire story. And if you are glad to be part of this on Facebook, hit the thumbs up button right now. We are very excited to do this. Bill says you have to eat a bacon sandwich and pass a drug test. I love it. Joel Gibbons says good call on the drug test. Brian Sharp says great idea. Billy New says amen to the drug test. Mark Bensett says great rule, and John Price says good stuff. Jeff, we definitely want to make it you know, we're not just out there selling guns. We're not just out there trying to get, you know, people to come in and buy a gun like this FMK 9mm, you know, that says proudly American, you know, so that they can be macho people and they can go be badasses out in the community. We're trying to make an impact in this community. We're trying to build a better, safer America. And we have been blessed by America so greatly that it is our turn to turn around and bless America back as much as we can. So you know that we already give away a free gun every month, but you know, this was a great opportunity for not much more than we usually spend on a gun giveaway. This is a great way that we can turn around and bless a family in need. Samantha says, what a great thing to do. Tabitha says, must keep the MFZ sticker on it. David Spencer says, definitely a good idea. Chad Burchett says, nice piece. And Tim says, awesome, Andy. Sean says, bacon guns and cars make America great again. Amen. That is what is absolutely important, because we want to come together and make America a better, safer place to live. And that starts by leading by example here in this country. And that's what we try to do. Take a look at one of the pet peeves that we always have in the gun store. This is a pain to every gun store. Take a look at this video and then we will talk about it a little bit more.
It is a great gun for women. It fits in the hand very well.
Gun shopping. It's that perfect time where you can learn about guns, seek expertise, enjoy browsing for that perfect firearm at a great price. I want to take a minute to share the one thing that all firearm dealers absolutely hate.
Can I dry fire it?
Dry firing.
There that has a lot of different features on it. Oh, or you could dry fire it.
They say that every time a person dry fires a gun, a liberal snowflake is born.
This is the Sky CPX2.
I like it.
So please,
Hey, got it.
on behalf of gun stores everywhere,
Fit right in your hand.
Oh, hey, don't dry fire.
Yeah, gum right.
stop dry firing our dang guns.
I like it.
A word about dry firing, first of all. It is very frustrating to us. Now, we understand it's not going to destroy every particular gun. There are some guns that are, it's not great for. There are some guns that it's not good for, but it's rude. When you come in a gun store and the very first thing you do is squeeze a trigger without asking permission or anything like that, it is rude. We have snap caps. And if you're pulling the trigger on the gun, what you're doing is you're trying to give it a test drive. You're trying to understand what it's going to feel like. So why would it not make sense that you would take a dummy round, put it in the magazine, feel the magazine go into the magazine well, feel it click into place, feel what it feels like to rack that slide and put a round in the chamber, and then dry fire it with a snap cap in there. Number one, it protects the gun. Number one, it protects you from looking like a doofus. We understand that not all guns will get damaged by it, but we don't want it because it is rude. You can hear Carissa's baby in the background. We support all families across the United States, and we're thankful that she's here doing that as well. So I had some comments on the break here while we were watching the video that I thought were absolutely awesome. First of all, Brian Sharp says, and this is, Brian, I love you, dude. This is great. He says, I'll detail that car up for you, man. Brian Sharp, one of our biggest supporters, one of our biggest fans, he has actually been in a situation where he has had to defend human life using a firearm, and he is out there saying, I want to bless this community. I want to detail that car for you, man. Thumbs up for Brian Sharp, everybody. I am so excited, Brian. Thank you for offering that. That's awesome. Eric says, I forgot to dry fire the gun. I should. Ernest Valerio says, Andy, I'll donate some money for gas. I'll drop $20 off this week. Put it in the jar for the new owners. I mean, Ernest, that is amazing. Thumbs up for you, Ernest, that you would want to get involved. That is amazing. We will gladly take that and set it in a jar specifically to fill up the gas tank for the first time. And then Jeff Hopton says, can you make a GoFundMe page for us to donate for mechanical repair to it? Jeff, I think that you should do that. Why don't you create a GoFundMe page for this car? I'll send people to your GoFundMe page. You create it, and then I'll do it. The reason that I'm a little bit hesitant on that is because I've done 3 GoFundMe pages. One I did for a Unity tour where we rented an RV and we traveled across the country meeting with people of every walk, life, and race to stop the killing when the Dallas police officers were murdered. America was very generous, raised $3,500 for that trip. It was great. The next 2 were for my own personal battle, for my custody. I had a very overwhelming custody battle. I had to spend money for 4 years straight in order to retain custody of my son because I sell guns, and that was used against me in a court of law. And of course, we know that courts are not friendly to fathers, nor are they friendly to guns. And so I could not have had custody without that. But because I've had 3 GoFundMe accounts, I want to pause on that and have somebody else take the wheel. Jeff Hopton, if you feel like doing that, I would love to have you be able to do that and take the reins. Scott Sharp says, great, Andy, you just had to show the hot pink gun. Now the wife wants it. Great. Let me show you, Scott. Let me show you this before we continue. This is the FMK 9mm, okay? Take a look at the side here. Proudly American right here. It says proudly American. It says thank you armed forces, laser engraved on the side, freedom and liberty on the back. Plus it has a chamber loaded indicator on the back here that if the round is loaded into the chamber, it lets you know. It fits in the girl's hand perfectly, and it is one of the smoothest guns to rack back. It's got the front rail for a laser on it, and all of the sights, accessory, optics, everything is, it fits a Glock 19 as well. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Carissa says, Scott Sharp, your wife has good taste. Brian says, I won't just let anybody touch my gun, LOL. And Sean says, dry firing makes babies cry. Diane Jakes, good to see you. And Bill says, Andy, I'll donate another 20. This is great, guys. We'll set up a separate jar, a separate donation for the winner of this car, just so we can join them. Diane, we just announced that we're going to be giving away, I found a car today on Craigslist that was $500. It needs an AC clutch. But I went ahead and purchased this car, and we're going to be giving it away to a family in need right around Christmas time that need it. And again, those of you who are have you know been here or not seen it, you can visit floridagunsupply.com/car to enter to win. Lisa Taylor says, I told my husband I want a pink rifle. He laughed at me. And Carissa says, what, Heather? Awesome. And Neil, good to see you. Nice. Heather Lynn, good to see you as well. Guys, we are a little ways into the program, about halfway through, and we have some sticker giveaways. Thumbs up for our giveaways that we do, and thumbs up if you support us just randomly giving a car away for no other reason than we want to lead by example here at Florida Gun Supply. Free stickers go to Spencer Ziti. Spencer, we need you to send an email with your address to Carissa@FloridaGunSupply.com. Scott Reynolds, you've won a free sticker courtesy of Florida Gun Supply. Boom. Send Carissa an email at Carissa@FloridaGunSupply.com. Sean Gillo, Gullo. Boom. Free sticker to you, sir. Carl Lee Graham, we're giving you a big one, Carl. Boom. Free sticker. William Mosby. Bam, free sticker for you. Bob Oliver, free sticker for you guys. If you've won a free sticker courtesy of Florida Gun Supply, make sure you send an email to Carissa@FloridaGunSupply with your address and location so she can see that, and hit the thumbs up button if you love what we're doing. And what we are doing Saturday morning, guys, is we're getting together. We happen to have the largest, the most attended, the most successful bowling pin shoot that we have ever had in the history of Florida Gun Supply. 2 weekends ago, we are showing their promo for the bowling pin for this coming up Saturday at 9 a.m. Take a look. The goal of bowling pin shooting is to create a fun, competitive, and practical shooting experience that will sharpen your handgun skills under pressure. But everybody can expect an event that will improve your skills in the company of fellow shooters who are supportive. We want you to find out more at www.shootingteams.com. We are seeing some comments coming through, some people not receiving their stickers. If that is the case, we don't have your address. Make sure you send us your address to Carissa@FloridaGunSupply.com. This bowling pin shoot this Saturday morning at 9 a.m. is going to be off the hook. We had our largest, most attended bowling pin shoot just last weekend. This is looking even bigger. Over 20 people attended the last bowling pin shoot, which is exciting, and we had a great event. The benefit of the bowling pin shoot is that you have a bunch of people coming together and enhancing their skills. These people are coming together and they are building up their skills, and they are learning to make sure that they are safe in case of an emergency. An emergency where you need to be quick, where you need to be accurate, an emergency where you need to make sure that you are protected and safe. That is one of the big things that we do at the bowling pin shoot, and we need to make sure that you are ready in case of any emergency. That's one of the reasons that we always do our bowling pin shoot every other Saturday morning, as well as our simulator. Take a look at our simulator. It is a phenomenal option to get realistic training. Take a look. The simulator is right here. Take a look. You're leaving work on just a normal day, and as you walk to your car, a thug with a knife appears trying to kidnap you. What would you do? Florida Gun Supply's $22,000 use of force firearm training simulator can help you get the skills you need to defend yourself in a real-life scenario. Our simulator sessions are normally $70 per person, but if you sign up with a friend right now, we'll give you both a 50% discount on your simulator session. So share this video and then sign up with a friend at www.trainwithafriend.com. Our bowling pin chutes and our simulator are two of the best ways that you can remain protected in case of any emergency. Take a look at a woman in Texas that was startled by what she saw. Take a look.
Do you see anything? No, not at all. I'm on the phone with 911 right now. Oh my God! No! 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 What the f?
You alright?
Oh my God! Who the f were they? I'm going to get my gun.
Did you hear at the end? I'm going to get my gun. Take a look again.
Do you see anything? No, not at all. I'm on the phone with 911 right now. Oh my God! No! No!
Again.
No! Do you see anything? I'm on the phone with 911 right now. Oh my God! Oh my God! No!
Again.
No! Do you see anything? I'm going to get my 911 right now. Oh my God! Oh my God! No!
Absolutely nuts, absolutely gnarly, and that is just how fast it can happen to you. And that's why we come together and help build a better, safer America. That's why we come together and help out this country. Billy News says, how much are tickets for the AR raffle? Billy, I believe that they're going to be starting out these tickets at $10, or 3 for $15 or something along those lines. I forget what the exact is. They don't have an exact amount just yet, but you can look forward to seeing it all over Facebook with Florida Gun Supply posting. Can't wait to share that. Jacob Novotny says, does the AR raffle have to be in person? I don't know. I'll reach out to the Hills motorcycle group and find out what they say about that. See if they want to open that up to other states. Obviously, Florida Gun Supply can definitely handle shipping of that, no problem at all. I want you to take a look at the next video. After this video, we're going to be doing our gun giveaway, and we've got a special announcement as well. For those of you just joining, we do have a car that we're going to be giving away. You can see all the details at floridagunsupply.com/car. But I want you to take a look at something that happened and make a determination as you're watching this if you believe it's self-defense or murder. To set the stage, the lady comes to the window. She sees two people arguing outside of a vehicle. Take a look, and you'll see what she sees. So you can see outside in the street, these people are going back and forth. You can't hear what they're saying, but the one in the yellow is holding a rifle. The one in the white is walking up, and it looks like they are obviously in an altercation. Most likely it's road rage. That's what we can usually assume, that it is road rage. We're seeing them go back and forth and back and forth. And then the guy in the yellow is making his way back to his red truck, which is great. And, he's making his way back to his truck, and then he just walks right by his truck. I don't understand why he walked by his truck. He could have gotten in his truck and driven away, which is what we want. And then they switch places. He has the opportunity to get back to his truck. And he obviously gets even more alert. The guy in the white shirt has his hands in his pants. He's got his hands in his pants. And I can't see much more than that. And you see the situation go down. I'm going to play that last bit again for you guys. I want you guys to tell me what you think that was. Was that self-defense or was that murder, guys? You tell me. This is the last about 20 seconds here. The rifle is down. He has the rifle, the low ready position, aimed at the truck tire, which is fine. And then the guy in the white shirt starts walking closer. A guy in the yellow pulls the gun up again. and pulls the trigger. Guys, what do you think? Was this self-defense or was this murder? Tell us what you think, and I'll be back to tell you what I think after this quick Smith & Wesson rebate offer. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Matt Buckingham, President of Firearms for Smith & Wesson, and I'm here to discuss our new winter promotion. Buy any new Bodyguard 380 or new Smith & Wesson revolver between November 15th and December 31st, and you'll be eligible for a $50 rebate. This also includes our popular Performance Center products. For the first time, Smith & Wesson will offer a 100% online rebate process. Consumers will be able to review the rebate status almost immediately. In addition to our new website, we've expanded our phone and chat support. We've extended our hours so that we can
Blah, 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 blah. Bottom line is Smith & Wesson is offering a rebate system on their Bodyguard pistols. For those of you who have never seen a Bodyguard, this is a Bodyguard pistol right here. It comes in an awesome little zippered pouch. Really phenomenal. Their $50 rebate kit. You open up the pouch and you take a look, and you've got your gun on one side, your extra magazine on the other. We do happen to have a chamber unloaded indicator right here in the chamber. Now, the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard comes with a built-in laser, optional. That's the standard version that you get at Florida Gun Supply's website. Obviously, you just click on that button right there, and it's going to have your built-in laser. It also has a stroby mode if you want to give somebody a seizure instead of just having them be stopped. I guess they call it a little bit more tactical, but it's got some features that a lot of guns don't. Number one, on the side of this gun, it does have your option. I'm trying to get the lighting condition a little bit better. We'll get better at this as we go, but it does have an option. This gun does not have the external thumb safety, but you don't really need it on the Bodyguard 380 because the trigger pull is heavy enough that you're not going to have the gun go off in your hand. But it is very, very smooth to lock the gun back into having the slide lock back. Very easy to take apart. You just pull this right down, and it fits in the palm of your hand, which means it's going to fit right in your front or back pocket. This is a gun that we call a pocket gun or a gut gun. It's not a whole lot of fun at the range, but it's great for you to carry every single day. The price is normally $449, but we have it on sale right now at FloridaGunSupply.com with that rebate for $397, and you get a $50 rebate off that as well. Rob Jones says, murder! Could have left. The other guy had no W words. Leslie said, I love the Bodyguard. Brian Sharp says, I say murder. Mickey says, murder. He had the chance to get into the truck and drive off, and there was no real threat. Sierra McGowan says, murder. He had every chance to get in his truck and drive away. Brian Blackwell says, thank you for ignoring me just because my question does not fit into your program. Brian, I have not seen any questions. You want to scroll up and we can... Brian says, looking to build an AR-10 with a 24-inch barrel, currently locked on Bushmaster, upper or lower. Is there a better choice? We'll answer all questions like that at the end of the program, but I'm glad that you are here to be joining us. So, yeah, I mean, we're getting a lot of people, Denise saying murder, he had the chance to flee. Jeff Hopton says, not too clear, saw no gun, saw no motion for the person in the white shirt, be doing some kind of an action. And Robert says, Jennifer, the simulator is a great learning tool and private lessons are at the range. Please come into Florida Gun Supply store to see what we have to offer and training to help you overcome your fear. I agree as well. Bob Long has an interesting comment. He says, but without being able to see closer, the guy in the white shirt reached under his shirt and the other guy shot him. I call it self-defense. The guy holding the rifle backed away but has no duty to run. The guy in the white shirt should have walked away and not reached into his waistband. Jacob Novotny says, empty hands is murder. Here's the deal. I don't know what Texas law says. I can only analyze it from Florida. Now, this happened in Texas, so I can't analyze what Texas law says. But here in the state of Florida, you do not have a duty to retreat, as a couple of people have mentioned, which means you don't have to run away first. It doesn't mean that if somebody is in the street saying that they're going to kick your behind, that you can shoot them. That's not what it means. It means you don't have to run away when you feel that your life is in jeopardy or that somebody's life is in fear of death or serious bodily injury. You don't have a duty to retreat. Now, in this case, we cannot really make a very accurate judgment call of what the guy in the white shirt was holding, carrying, wearing, or doing. We don't know if they have a history of violence. We don't know if this guy's been attacked before. We don't know if this guy in the white shirt is, generally speaking, carries guns. We don't know any of those things, but what we can tell is that there is a guy who is pointing a rifle at another guy. And the guy that had the rifle being pointed at him didn't back away. If I had a rifle being pointed at me, and I was unarmed. I am pretty sure that, typically what I would probably do is retreat and deal with it then. I can't be sure because we're not in that situation, but it looked to me like the guy in the white shirt definitely should not have been taunting a guy with a loaded rifle in his hand. I believe that 100%. I don't know if I believe that is murder. I guess time will tell. Diane says, unless the guy in the white shirt had a W word in his hand when he pulled his hands out of his pockets. Ron says, I couldn't see any W word from the white shirt, not saying that there may have been one, but it's looking like murder, unfortunately. And Tony Bilfuco says, I lean towards murder. But what the heck? The guy is walking at the guy with a gun. Yeah, exactly. Riley says, love Florida Gun Supply. And because you do, you get a free shirt, free sticker, Riley. I'm adding his name, Riley. James, anybody that is getting a free sticker, make sure you email Carissa at Florida Gun Supply to get your free t-shirt. Now, this is the portion of the show that you've all been waiting for. This is where we give away the Ruger, the LCP2. It's a little 380 pocket gun, about the same size and shape as that 380 Bodyguard, about the size and shape as this Diamondback DB380. It has some features that the Diamondback doesn't have. The Diamondback won't lock back on empty. It doesn't have a way to lock back at all, but it's a great little carry gun, awesome for concealed carry, very, very reliable at a really wonderful price point as well. Definitely take a look at the Florida Gun Supply's website for that as well. But I want to go over to basically the way that we are doing this particular gun giveaway. I wish that I could share my screen, but this always has problems and it shuts us down. So I'm going over to rafflecopter.com. They've got a button that says pick a winner. I've just selected that winner. If you're excited to hear who won the Ruger LCP2, hit the thumbs up button all across social media right now. I want you to be excited about this. I have just hit the button. It says add a random winner. This winner is in the United States. I'm going to make sure that this is a legitimate entry. Sometimes we get entries by people that are either out of the United States or anything like that. It looks like we have a winner here. If you're excited, hit the thumbs up button right now. And I'm going to copy and paste this just to see who we're dealing with here. We do have a winner, guys. This is very exciting. I am not sure where this winner is located. Interesting. Okay. The winner of the Ruger TCP2 or LCP2 380 pocket gun is Scott Matthews, S-C-O-T-T Matthews. We've sent you an email, Scott Matthews. You officially have 48 hours until you have been disqualified for not contacting us. If you know Scott Matthews, apparently lives in Hernando, Florida, make sure you reach out to them and let them know. It looks like they are the president of Scott Matthews Maintenance, LLC, and they are the winner of a free Ruger LCP2 380 pocket gun. But guys, wait on the line. I want to play this motorcycle rally one more time to tell you all about what is happening on the 16th, and then we have to talk about the bowling pin one more time. Take a look.
The media wouldn't cover it. The so-called Second Amendment group Florida Carry refused to share it. Naysayers said don't do it. But on the 4th of July, we successfully ran the first ever open carry motorcycle ride in American history. We didn't have to shut down highways or use violence to get our message across. We used good old-fashioned unity, integrity, and patriotism to show the world we care about our country. This is all part of our Second Amendment movement designed to help inspire Americans to action. I'm Andy with Florida Gun Supply, and my message is to get armed, get trained, carry daily, and long live the Republic. Join.
That was the first ever open carry motorcycle ride in American history, and we are coming together again on December 16th, 2017 to support the Hills' second annual poker run for the Florida Special Olympics in Hernando. We are very excited about this. We need you to make sure you mark on your calendars. Carissa is going to be sharing the link to this again throughout the comments. She's just going to copy and paste it a bunch of times so that you guys can see it. You can also go to the Florida Gun Supply page and take a look. Remember, we're going to be giving away a free car at floridagunsupply.com/car so that we can help bless a family in this time of need. I'll show you another picture of that car right here. There's the inside. There's the outside of the car. We want to bless a family, so we're going to be giving away a free car just because we can, and we want to bless America for blessing us. And we're glad that you joined up. Remember, we have the bowling pin shoot this Saturday morning at 9 a.m. This is the portion of the night where we have anybody ask questions. Diane says, good night. Good to see you, Diane. Anybody that asks questions, for instance, Brian Blackwell says, looking to build an AR-10 with a 24-inch barrel, currently locked on Bushmaster upper or lower. Is there a better choice? I mean, look, here's the deal. Asking what kind of AR-15 to buy is just like asking what kind of car to buy. It all comes down to personal preference. The bottom line is they are all mil-spec unless otherwise talked about, which doesn't mean they're military specifications. They're up to military grade. What it means is they just have the same dimensions as every other AR-15. It's just their marketing term, military spec, mil-spec. It doesn't actually stand for military spec. It says mil-spec. It's just a marketing term to say that this AR is going to fit into everything else that is mil-spec. There's a lot of confusion that goes around in that in the AR-15 world, but it really comes down to personal opinion. Bushmaster is obviously a business that's been around forever. I am not a huge fan of Bushmaster. I own a couple, but I'm not the biggest fan. But what you can obviously do is jump into our AR-15 build class where we build it, shoot it, and take it home. Take a look. So our next AR-15 build class is this Sunday, the 3rd at 10 o'clock. We have somebody flying from Texas on Saturday night to take this class. They're staying in a hotel locally, coming and taking the class, and then flying out on Sunday night. That's how popular this class is. Now, we had one cancellation. I have one seat left, and we have our Black Friday prices, our Cyber Monday prices at AR15class.com. You have one chance today. You have about 2 more hours to get into that, to have that rifle here for Sunday, December 3rd. If you can't make that class, the next AR-15 build class is January 12th. Brian says, and I'm going to clean it up good and proper. Still talking about the car. Thank you so much, Brian. Lisa Taylor says, thanks. Samantha, how freaking awesome. Scott. Chad Smith says, I wish they'd let us over-the-road truck drivers carry everywhere since my Florida concealed carry permit doesn't transfer into all the states. They do transfer into 35 of the other states, pretty much the states worth going to. New Jersey, Massachusetts, Connecticut. You can't carry a gun in any way, shape, or form in those states anyway, and you cannot carry there. You can get a good, accurate list of where you can carry and how with your Florida concealed carry permit at handgunlaw.us. That's handgunlaw.us. But I want you to know that there are no specific DOT laws in the state of Florida that pertain to truck drivers. There are none. Period. Jeff Hopkins says, hey, Andy, are you still doing the FGS veteran page? Yes, on FloridaGunsupply.com. You can still sign up for a veteran. Make sure that when you upload a picture of your ID that you are covering up any sensitive information and just, literally taking a picture that would look like this and uploading it so we don't get your sensitive information, and you can join up, and it automatically changes the prices while you're logged in on just about every product. Chris Taylor says, my house in Beverly Hills was broken into and robbed sometime between 12:40. Oh, dear, I lost the comment. Sometime between 12:40 and 9:45 while I was at work. If anyone has any info about the robbery, please contact the Citrus County Sheriff Office, who's not really on my good list right now. Not you, Chris Taylor. I'm not really happy with the Sheriff's Department right now. Tim Farrell says, thank you for everything you do. Bob Oliver says, what's the price of the Ruger LCB2? We had it on sale on Black Friday, I think at $279. Awesome little carry gun. Again, stickers, guys. We have some more stickers to give away. Ron Charneski, send an email to Carissa@FloridaGunSupply.com. Pam Pierce, Carissa@FloridaGunSupply.com, needs your address. Joel Gibbons, Pam Ann, Lisa Taylor, Marcus Cruz, and Sierra McGowan. You need to send your information to Carissa@FloridaGunSupply.com, and we will take it from there. Guys, I really appreciate you joining up in the biggest and largest and fastest growing Second Amendment movement across the United States. We have together trained over 30,000 people here in Central Florida, and we have done so using integrity, dignity, and a good old-fashioned leadership skills that we help promote. Now, not everybody out there does everything right, but we are here to set the example by giving away free stickers, giving away free guns, giving away a car, and doing what it takes to help lead America into a better, safer community based on fundamental principles to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This is Andy with Florida Gun Supply. Once again, I thank you so much for spending your Monday night with us. And as always, get armed, get trained, carry daily, and long live this beautiful republic. Good night.
The movement of Florida Gun Supply is to arm and train as many people as we can so that now will be a safer America to live in, but the America that our children and our grandchildren live in will be safer.
And we are muted. That was a great show. That was a good show. High five. The baby did good. I did good. The haters didn't join in.
Neither did your mom.
My mom definitely cannot join in. No, she definitely can't. Oh, that was great. Oh, look at Mike Neverman says thanks for the channel. That's nice of him. That's cool. That's cool. How cool is that Brian Sharp is going to help out with detailing that car and people are going to donate? That's great. Everybody is really cool in the Second Amendment except for Brett McFarlane. He's not very cool at all. No, definitely not. Richard Warwick, though. Like, I feel like Richard Warwick's problem is that War isn't his last name. And so he's not really somebody.
And ick.
Oh, Warwick, right?
Which is icky.
Like gross.
Yeah.
Like a gross name.
I think we took that class a couple weeks ago.
I wouldn't have passed somebody named Warwick. No, that wouldn't have. Oh, look at there's somebody commenting Heather Lynn Sturges. Whenever I see your last name, I always think of Stooges, right? Like the Three Stooges. You know?
You think of yourself.
Which would I be? Would I be Larry or Curly?
Well, you don't have enough hair to be curly.
Look at people are still commenting. John Price says, I want to come to Florida Gunsupply and dry fire everything. I'm going to dry fire him in the face. Oh, I guess I should watch out.
Which happens to me all the time.
You get guns pointed at you every day. Every single day.
Oh, it's not my favorite.
Oh, that's so funny. Mosby says to high-five the baby. Got him.
Oh, I'm really excited about our next gun giveaway.
I'm really excited about this car. I mean, I can't believe we're going to be giving away a car. That's the coolest thing we've ever done. Besides the Unity Tour and all the other stuff.
And motorcycle run.
Oh, the motorcycle ride was pretty cool. This is like on the top 10 things that we've ever done. Yeah.
My favorite thing that we've done here is cookies and milk.
Cookies and milk for Black Friday. That was cool. You know what? I went down to Coach's tonight, and we still have a lot of beer tickets to give away. Like $215 worth.
Oh my god, I wonder how much beer we can drink.
I know.
Let's bring the baby.
Yeah, it's too bad I don't drink anymore. You know, we've got, hey, look at Brian still coming. People still think we're in the show. Brian says, hey, Andy, my mom was in here tonight. And I'm like, no, Brian, she wasn't here tonight.
My favorite is your mom jokes.
My mom, yeah, mom jokes are the best because nobody can do them back to me. It's so great.
I really like Heatherland, though. That's a fun name. Heatherland.
Heatherland's a cool girl.
Yeah.
She's a nice girl.
I like her.
Definitely helped us out with Black Friday.
Yeah, and
you know?
she cleans.
And then somebody said, too bad Andy's muted. You may have convinced me to take the class. That girl Jennifer needs to get in this class, and we're gonna give her cookies. I think that's what we need to do.
Jennifer?
Look at this guy's name, Charles T. Christensen 2. He says, Andy for Santa Claus. I think that he's saying that I'm fat. Look at this name, Joey Rollerson.
But you are fat.
Yeah, it's true. David Keith. That's an easy name. He's got two first names.
There's
David
someone,
Keith.
There's someone who we have recently done business with, and his, I don't know, I didn't see in the comments, I'm not going to say anything, but his first name was like William Prince IV.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So, I mean, that
William
is
Prince
fancy.
the Fifth.
I'm wondering who he is. Who took our class.
Open mic over and out. Get armed, get trained, carry daily, long live the Republic. And he's out. Chris is